Told you guys I would be right back. Now, one thing I didn't get to touch on in the last video was Mariah Carey's album sales as of late, or lack of album sales for her recent album, Am Mariah, the Elusive Chanteuse. I don't know what we can do to fix Mariah Carey's problem. It's not Mariah Carey herself, I would say, even though it is her herself in some portions. Her last few studio albums have pretty much, as far as sales, bombed. Memoirs of an Imperfect Angel pretty much bombed. It had big and opening week numbers than I Am Mariah, but overall it didn't do what I think people thought it would do. I think Mariah's last really good selling album was E equals MC squared. I'm not sure. But she's been promoting this album for like the past year and a half to 2 years, you might as well say. We've gotten all these singles, Beautiful, Your Mind's External, what was the other song? The Art of Letting Go. The song from All Is the Great soundtrack. Like, she's been promoting this album for a while now, and we're just now getting it. And for it to have these sales the first week, and for it to dip so low in sales the second week, it's like, what's going on? And she's also an established act in this game. She's a legend, an icon. And then we have this week a new artist releasing her sophomore album, Lena Del Rey, and she's debuting with numbers like basically twice of what Mariah debuted with I Am Mariah, the Elusive Chanteuse. So I'm like perplexed because Lena Del Rey didn't have a big hit in the US. She didn't get much radio play. She didn't have major radio commitments. She was on tour. She's big on social media, but besides that, she had no US promotion. But yet she's going to sell more in her first week than Mariah is projected. So what do you guys think about that? What do you think? Why do you think the two are having a difference in first week sales, and with one being a more established act and the other being less established and pretty much the same amount of promotion? Because Mariah didn't do any shows recently. She did interviews, but no song, no singing. She's basically just been releasing these singles for the past year and a half to 2 years, doing interviews, and that's it. She was on tour in like Australia or something, but nothing over here. So I don't know. And I have some notes about something about this I took from earlier. Oh, Jermaine Dupri, in his defense, says Mariah Carey put her album out in a way for it that it would not sell well because she didn't do any shows. And with him being her manager, I think it was his job to step in and say, I respect you as an artist to want to do it your way, put your music out as a body of art as one, but that may not be the best option for business, which, as you can see, it was not. Now, he went on to say that, he's from an era when albums sold 57,000 in the first week, we can say, and go on to sell 10 million. We're not in the 90s no more, Jermaine. It's not, even though this is Mariah and she's known for big ending album sales, this is not the 90s anymore. And this is not Mariah's time anymore. It seems that. Let me know what you guys think about that. I was going to talk about this little beef brewing between Nicki Minaj, not between the two of them per se, but their fan bases. But it's so petty. It's like, we can't never have more than one female rapper out at the same time, be popping at the same time. It's always going to be fans basis, putting them against each other, and that's so sad. Um, I don't know. I be reading the blogs and I look at the comments, and it's like you got Iggy fans saying, "Well, she got the #1 single in the country, #2 single in the country. She's popping right now. Nobody's thinking about Nicki right now. She's struggling to get a hit single." And then you got the Nicki fans on the other hand saying, "Well, if Nicki's an established artist, she's not worried about a #1 single. You know, her album's going to sell way more in the first week than Iggy's." Everybody's damn album sales as of late is just horrendous. But my thing is, when it comes down to comparing Nicki and Iggy, there is no comparison. Nicki Minaj is the more established act. She's more well known. She has more entries on the Hot 100. And I'm not saying these things in favor of Nicki to make her look better, but these are the facts, and I like both of them. I can't say equally, but I do like the both of them. I'll leave it at that. But business-wise, record execs, they want you to sell singles and albums, but when it comes down to it, okay, you might sell, her single may sell, let's say she sells 1 million copies of Fancy for what, 99 cents to 129, whereas and Nicki may release her album and it may sell 500,000, well, in this musical climate right now. But no, Nicki, let's say upwards of 300,000. 300,000 for what, $11.99 to what, maybe $14.99. Albums, way more in sales because they cost more and they bring in more revenue. A single is going to be 99 cents to what, 129, 179. That's like pocket change in the big scheme of things. So you can't say, Iggy's slaying Nicki right now because she doesn't have any hits on the Hot 100. Pills and Potions is about to be a top 40 hit next week. I'm predicting that. And Fancy, it's a summertime jam. I like it. But is it gonna sell? This album is struggling. And it's not funny, but it's the truth. The new classic is struggling on the Billboard 200. And it's like, when Nicki's album dropped later this year, we know she's going to debut either, most likely she's going to debut at #1, depending on who she comes out with alongside with that week. And we know she's going to sell upwards of 100,000 or better because she has a strong fan base, a loyal fan base, and they're going to go out and buy her music. It is what it is. So I don't see why the fan bases are putting the two against each other because they aren't, in my opinion, at this point in time, comparable. Leave me your comments on that, what you think about that. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share this video on Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, whatever you use, share this video. Thanks for my last video for today. It's Tuesday. I'll probably be back with a new video on Thursday or Friday. And a new thing I'm going to start is New Music Tuesdays. So every Tuesday I'll do a video dedicated to new music. So, I'm out.